So this is today one of these unexpected videos. And if you watched some of my videos, you know unexpected videos means I made a boo-boo and I screwed up somewhere. So when I warped this particular project, I used the tension box for the first time. And so I had made a video on that, but clearly I screwed up obviously on the measurements, because as you can see, this guy is already, basically this very last section here is already extremely short. Most of these are at the same length, and then two of these, for some reason, are extremely, extremely long. So I had put on a series of various towels on there. They call it the crow towels. And this is supposed to be my last towel. And so I've got about 8 inches on the other side. I've finished the second last towel. Got about 8 inches on the other side. The problem is that, of course, I can't continue with this. So I thought about it, and I thought, oh, I can't figure out a way around this. So typically, if you have a broken end, for example, and my floating salvages have broke a few times. So basically, what you do, and I've shown you if you've have a broken thread, is that you take a piece of thread, you wind it, you put it through the reed, you attach it with a T-pin on the other side. And if you need to see like the specifics, I do have a video on that. And that's fine for one thread. But I've got a section of 20 threads, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, how am I supposed to put 20 T-pins on there, and so on and so forth? So I threw it out to some friends, and I threw it out to some Facebook groups I'm on, and I got various replies as to what could be done. And I thought, I'd share that because I'm sure to have this problem again, and I'm going to have to look at this video again. So one of the solutions, which was the easiest solution, I may go with that solution, is that basically they said, you know what, since you're finished the second last towel, why not just remove this last section? Because it is on, it's not going to interfere with the entire towel, it's at the very end. I can actually just remove it. And then the last towel is a little bit narrower than the other towels. Now, as it is, my towels are approximately 29 inches long. And I have a funny feeling I'm going to be playing chicken with the length that I've got here, because I've probably got maybe about 30 inches or something like that. So this last towel may end up actually being a little bit shorter than the others, which is fine. It's not a big deal. That'll be probably one of the ones that I keep if it's a screwed up towel. So I think I'm going to probably most likely go with just removing this end one here. I basically was told by several people that if I take these threads here and I cut them at different lengths, I can do the T-pin method, basically, because then you could take multiple threads at a time instead of just winding one T-pin in a figure 8 where the thread is supposed to go. I can do 2 or 3 or something like that, and so I'd have a lot less T-pins, and because they're at different lengths, the T-pins would be staggered. Okay, and then because I'm starting a new towel, if I put the T-pins into the old towel, as I start weaving into the new towel, they'll already be woven in, so it should not cause a problem. I have been told, though, it could affect tension on the end because it is the end section. So not sure about that method, but it is something definitely to consider. I had thought about literally taking, cutting some waste yarn, some more of the yarn, and then literally tying on 20 threads onto these 20 threads. But the problem is that, of course, with all the knots, at some point they'd be in the middle of my towel, and that wasn't acceptable to me, right? So that wasn't a solution. Another solution, though, that I heard that I thought was quite interesting was somebody on my guild Facebook group had suggested that one of the veteran weavers in our group who used to give classes would suggest that you took a safety pin and you tied on the 20 ends onto the safety pin, and then you literally safety pinned it to into the project. So in my case, it would be the previous towel. So instead of having a whole bunch of different T-pins, they would all be literally attached to the safety pin. I safety pin where that stripe is, that section, assuming it's a stripe, is going to go, and then off I go. I'm tickety-boo. So I'm liking that option as well. If I don't want to shorten, if I don't want to make my towel any narrower, that is definitely a possibility. A lot of my friends just, they said, look, just cut it off, forget the last towel, cut your losses and move on. And usually I would do that, but This thread, when I bought it, silly me, it's from Maurice Broussard. It's space dyed yarn. Beautiful colors that they have. But when I went to Maurice Broussard, you know, you get overwhelmed with all the beautiful colors and the cones, and you just pick things up, and then you pay for it, and then at the end of it, you realize, oh my gosh, the space dyed cones. I think one of the cones, I think, is like $40. So I was like a little shocked, and that's why I've taken so long to actually use it, because I wanted to be good enough not to screw up something so expensive. So I feel a great deal of pain losing, you know, about 400 threads. That's, you know, more about 2.5, about 2 feet, 2.5 feet long. In terms of that space dyed. If it was just your regular cotton, you know, the regular tube of cotton, I don't know if I'd feel as much pain as I do with this. So I have been trying to figure out how can I actually make that last towel. So these are definitely some suggestions. Obviously, the next time I use a tension box, I'm going to have to be a lot more, you know, diligent about making sure that they're all the same size. I don't mind longer. The longer's a little painful, but I don't mind longer. It's a shorter that's definitely a problem for me. So I will try it out, and in my final Call of the Crow towels, to show you what they actually look like there, I will let you know how it turned out. All right, so I hope that helps. Have yourself a great day.